Today I'm going to cover the discussion essay, which is kind of like an argumentative essay, but also kind of like a discursive essay, but not really like them. Now stick to the end of this video because I have a tip that will make your discussion essay even better. But what is actually a discussion essay and how does it differ from all these other types of essays? Now it's also very useful to look at the different types of essays before we move on. A discussion essay provides an overview of different types of views. An argumentative essay is built to bring arguments and to convince the reader of your opinion or point of view. A persuasive essay is an essay that really needs to persuade the reader and usually doesn't provide a different point of view as an argumentative essay would do. The language in a persuasive essay is also more convincing and it's really aimed to persuade the reader of your opinion, your thoughts or your point of view. A discursive essay is an essay that does include either your opinion or point of view with some arguments, but that also describes something. Examples of discursive essays are problem solutions essays and essays that start with compare and contrast. So of all these essays, the discussion essay is the one that convinces the least, and the persuasive essay is the one that convinces the most. Now a discussion essay follows the same structure as other essays. We have an introduction, we have body paragraphs, and we have a conclusion. Now the introduction is, just as with other essays, something that you should write following a funnel shape, which means that you start your introduction broadly and end very specific. Now a discussion essay can also have a thesis statement, and that's a statement in which you introduce the main point of your essay. If you want to know more about writing good introductions and good thesis statements, check out my How to Write an Introduction and Conclusion video, which is linked somewhere up here. Now when we talk about the body paragraphs of a discussion essay, we need to talk about the aim of the discussion essay. A discussion essay is made up in such a way that you describe different points of view regarding a topic. This means that sometimes you need to discuss 2 points of views and sometimes you need to discuss 3 points of views. Now each point of view gets their own body paragraph. Sometimes, if your number of words is not very limited, you can even have more than one body paragraph for each particular point of view. But you usually want to stick to one. You also want to make sure that your body paragraphs are structured. And this means that you need to follow the PEEL method, the TXXXC method, or maybe you just want to use the simple good old levels when you're building your body paragraph. Whatever you do, don't forget to include a very good topic sentence. Now in your body paragraphs, as I mentioned, you need to cover each point of view per paragraph. And it's very important that you remain neutral when writing your discussion essay. Now this doesn't mean that you can't put your own opinion in there. You can use your language to indicate that you have a particular point of view that's more important to you. But what you could also do is include your own opinion in your conclusion. Your conclusion always contains a summary of the points of view you've discussed. But you can also put your own opinion there. Which point of view has your preference, and you can include 1 or 2 arguments to indicate why that is. Now remember, you don't want to introduce new ideas in your conclusion. A conclusion is literally a summary of what you've said, and if one of these points of views has your preference, make sure that you refer to those arguments in your conclusion when you're giving your opinion. Then don't forget to use the upside down funnel shape for your conclusion. This means that you start very specific, which is what you do, you discuss what you've discussed in your essay, and you end broadly. And this means that you put your discussion or the points of views you've discussed in a particular context, or discuss why this discussion is relevant for the rest of the world. Now here's how you start writing your discussion essay. First of all, make sure that you clearly understand the topic you're discussing. Also, do a lot of research when you're in your planning stages, because the more research you do, the better your unbiased opinion is going to be when you need to create these body paragraphs. You also want to give enough information that the reader can make up their own opinion, and you want to show that you thoroughly researched the topic before you started writing. Make sure that you use something like an outline to plan your writing. Using an outline also makes sure that your paragraphs remain structured and that you don't get loose ideas in your paragraph. You also don't want to discuss several points of view in one paragraph. And planning your essay is a very good way to make sure that this remains the case. After the planning stage, you can move on to your writing stage. Don't start with your introduction, always start with your body paragraphs. Then move on to your conclusion And finally, write your introduction. You write your introduction at the end because then you know what's going to be in your essay and then you know what you need to write towards. So although it is tempting to start with your introduction, start with your first body paragraph. Follow your outline, write your conclusion, and then write your introduction. Now here's a tip to make your discussion essay even better. What you definitely want to include in your discussion essay are linking words. Linking words are words that put things together and kind of link the ideas to each other. You could include linking words like although, however, next to, and moreover to indicate that you're either discussing something else or that you are discussing something that's only slightly different. I'll put a link in the description with a list of very useful linking words for your discussion essay. And that's basically it. That's how you write a discussion essay. If you found this video useful, please consider giving it a thumbs up. If you want to know when my other videos are coming out, don't forget to subscribe. Let me know in the comments, what are you writing your discussion essay on? For now, thank you for watching and I hope to see you in one of my next videos.